Good morning class. As you know beta, in the previous video we have completed our exercise 3.4. Today we will start our exercise 3.5. Question number first. For a Republic Day parade, a group of 225 cadets are to be arranged in a square formation. What kind of formation we have to arrange? Square formation. Find the number of rows and the number of cadets in each row in the formation. Okay. If we have to make the square formation beta, then number of rows must be equal to the number of cadets in one row. Okay. For example beta, we will take a square box and divide this square box as like. Look at here, how many rows are here? 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many cadets can we fill in these row? 1, 2, 3, 4. Number of rows are 4 and number of cadets in one row is also equal to 4. So we have to arrange these 2 to 5 cadets in this way. Okay. So we have to calculate the number of cadets in each row. To find the number of cadets in each row or number of rows in the arrangement, we have to find the square root of given number of cadets. What we have to find? We have to find the square root of given number of cadets. So number of rows and number of in each row is equal to square root of the 2 to 5. Now what we have to do? Now we have to find the square root of this 225. You can find the square root by which method you will like to find it. We will do it by prime factorization 2 to 5. This will goes on 3. This will become 7 and 5. Again it will become 2 5. After that it will be divisible by 5 and this will become its prime factorization. So this is equal to under root of 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. Now to find the square root, what we have to do? We have to take one number from each pair. So this is equal to 15. This is the answer of your question number first beta. Okay. So this is the solution of your question number first. There are 15 rows and number of cadets in each row is also 15. Okay. So this is the solution of your question number first. Now we will do the second question. Question number second beta. In the question number second, we have given that for a flood relief fund, students of a class decided that each student shall contribute the amount in rupees equal to the number of students of the class. By doing so, the sum is 1521 was collected by the students. Okay, find the number of students in the class. Look at here beta. In this question we have given that number of students is equal to number of rupees given by each student. Both are same beta. Rupees given by a single students is equal to the total number of students. In this question, if there are 10 students in the class, then each students contribute 10 rupees. This kind of statement is given in this question. And if there are 19 students in the class, then there are 19 rupees given by each students. Okay. So we have to find the number of students in the class beta. We will suppose that number of students in the class is x. According to question, amount given by each students is also x. Okay. So what we can do? We can write beta that x multiplied by x is equal to 1521. Okay. Because if one student gives x rupees, then x students give x multiplied by x rupees. Okay. So x square is equal to 1521. We have to find the value of x. To find the value of x, what we can do? We can take the square root of 1521. X is equal to square root of 1521. You can find the square root by which method you will like to find. We will use here prime factorization method. By using prime factorization method, what we have, this will goes on 3, 3 5 ja 15, 0, 3 7 ja 21. Again by 3, this will become 1 and this will become 1 6 9, and after that this will goes on 13 and 13 ja 169. Now square root is equal to 3 multiplied by 13, because we have two pair of prime numbers, and to find the square root we have to take single value from each pair. So the answer of this question is equal to 3 multiplied by 13, and the number of students in the class is equal to 39. 13 3 ja 39. This is the answer of your question number second beta. Now we will move on the question number third. Find the number whose 1/3 multiplied with its 1/8 become 864. In the previous video of exercise 3.3 beta, the question number 7th is same as like this third question. Okay, so try to do this third question after watching the video of 7th question of previous exercise. Okay, now we will do question number 4th. The question number 4th is, find the cost of putting a wire along the boundary of a square field of area 625 hectare if the wire cost is 15 rupees per meter. Okay. To solve this question beta, firstly we have to change the given area into meter square, because we have given area in the hectare. So area is equal to 625 hectare, and we know that 1 hectare is equal to 10,000 square meter. So from here our area is equal to 625 multiplied by 10,000 meter square. So this is our area of given square field. Now what we have to do? Now we have to find the side of square field. As you know that area is equal to side square. So side square is equal to 625 0 0 0 0. To find the side, what we have to do? We have to find the square root. Okay. So from here side of square field is equal to square root of 625 0 0 0 0. So we know that we can write this 625 multiplied by 10,000, and we know that beta clearly the square root of 625 is 25 and 10,000 is 100. So from here side of field is equal to 2500 meter. Now we have to find the cost of wiring around the boundary of field. Okay. Now to find this, what we have to do? We have to find the perimeter. Perimeter is equal to 4 multiplied by side. So what is the side? Side is 2500. So from here perimeter is equal to 10,000 meter. And in the question what we have given? We have given beta the cost of wiring per meter is cost of wiring per meter is equal to 15 rupees. So cost of wiring 10,000 meter is equal to 15 multiplied by 10,000, and that is 1,50,000 rupees. This is the required answer of your question number 4th beta. So this is the way Firstly, you have to find the side of square field, then you have to calculate the perimeter. After that, you have to calculate the required amount of rupees. Okay, so this is the answer of your question number 4 beta. Now we will move on the next question. Question number 5th. Okay beta. Question number 5th A part and B part beta are same as like the 8th question of your previous exercise. I will do one part, try to do the second part by yourself. Okay, so we will do our A part. In A part, we have given beta a right angle triangle. This is a right angle triangle. Okay, if two sides of right angle triangle, sorry, we have given triangular park beta. Two sides of right angle triangular park are 24 meter and 10 meter. Then we have to find the length of hypotenuse. As you know, this is your hypotenuse, this is your perpendicular, and this is your base. We have given that beta one of the out of base and perpendicular is 24 and another is 10. Let us suppose perpendicular is 24 and base is 10 meter, and we have to calculate hypotenuse. And you know that by Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Okay. So from here what we can do? We can write beta this is equal to perpendicular is equal to 24, p square is equal to 24 square plus b square is equal to 10 square. This is equal to 5, 7, 6 plus 10 square is equal to 100. After adding, hypotenuse square is equal to 676. Now to find hypotenuse, we have to take the square root of 676, and this is equal to beta 26, because 26 square is equal to 676. This is the required answer of your question number 5th A part. Okay beta, try to do the B part of your question number 5th by yourself. Thank you. Have a nice day.